Yo, what is good, everyone? How y'all doing? I think we're live. Shiv, focus, Shiv.
So, dudes.
How you doing? Welcome to the Pokey Tea Time podcast, where we serve you up a cup of hot takes on what's going on in the Pokemon community. Cheers, Shiv.
Cheers, man.
What
you drinking there?
Oh, water. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I just had an intense soccer game. We lost like 0-6. It's pretty sad.
I'm having a can of this crisp cream soda.
Ooh.
Not sponsored.
Ooh.
Had to drink it because Real Breaking Nate has been hating on this. And I was like, man, this is a great can of Zevia.
What? No way. But
honestly, that's like the best.
We came up with that motto like 5 minutes ago. We're like, we need a new thing. And it hits hard, right?
Fire.
Do y'all like it? Does the chat like it? Let me know if the chat likes it.
The motto is, the slogan is, welcome to the Pokey Tea Time podcast, where we serve you up a cup of hot takes on the Pokemon community. Or on what's going on in the Pokemon community. It works out.
Yeah, same thing. We're working on it. I want to add we want to try to add value to their collection at the same time, So this week, what else? What else have you been up to? Let's talk a little.
Nothing. Just getting a lot of shipments out. Just saving up money so that way I can, make my next big purchase. A wink.
Okay, cool. I don't even know about this, guys. I have no.
Yeah, no one knows about it. I don't even know about it. I'm just saving up.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, dang. I usually tell me everything. So,
yeah, I do want to make like a 5-figure deal at some point this year. Like, I just want to take 2021 and just go hard all year long. Just do better than what I did last year. In terms of my collection, in terms of content.
Okay. I just noticed you don't have your @Shivam, and I'm trying to fix it right, like on the fly.
Bro, what the heck, man? Like you just have me on here for your clout now. Like, dang, bro.
Dang. That's why it like went through that phase real quick because I want to include your stuff on there. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Okay, they're just gonna need to know that's @NotShivam. There's always something wrong.
Man.
There's always something wrong. Pat Flynn, I need help. I need help, man. Okay, but let's go ahead and talk about the subject of matter this week.
Yeah, let's roll through the subject, like the topics. Go through that.
Correct. So topic 1, we are going to discuss security around the Pokemon community. As we know, these are considered hard assets at this point, and they are very, very expensive. And we're seeing a lot of breach in security, right? A breach in of safety as well, and fellow PokeTubers, if not, and trades in general. And we'll talk about that. Then we'll move on to Sleeper of the Week, or is that at the very end?
I think we'll do our spicy topic.
Okay.
And after that.
Okay.
And then after that, we'll do our Sleeper of the Week, and then we'll take a Q&A.
We'll take Q&A. Okay, so we'll do that consistently now. So we're gonna let people know our sleeper right before our Q&A at the very end.
Yeah.
Cool. That sounds good. Sounds good to me. Yeah, our spicy topic, which is going to. Who's that guy you're talking to, Yizzy? It is.
I don't even know, man.
Yeah, his tag's not up there. So how's everyone doing? I see everybody's comment. I'm sorry. I usually talk to everybody, but we're just going to tackle the issue. Okay, so thank you everybody for joining in on Pokey Tea Time, and let's get it started. So something crazy happened on Tuesday, I believe. Rev was doing his live stream. And Pokerev, Nick, aka Nick, was doing his live stream, and somebody was leaking his information, and he had to. From what I heard, I wasn't there live, but from the sources I've heard, like he just shut it down, and it was getting crazy. I believe some of his mods, like if they were not there at the moment to like handle the situation at the time. And so he just shut it down and try to recover and figure out what was going on. And dang, that's just so unfortunate, and that's not cool. That's just sad, because this man has a family, and this man has also thousands of dollars right behind him in sealed collection and sealed boxes. And so his information leaked out to 4,000 to 5,000 people is wow. It's just
yeah, that's kind of scary.
It puts me on notice too. And there was another instant, right? In Europe where this guy had a transaction and they met at his house. Little did he know he was manhandled, thrown in a closet, locked, and took out cleared out his whole collection and left him, right?
Yeah.
I believe they unlocked something where he could get out at the last minute. But imagine if they just didn't, right? Imagine if they locked him in and he was there for weeks.
Yeah. My thing is like, a lot of us talk and take, this whole hobby for granted in the sense of like, oh, it's just Pokemon cards. But like, once you've been in this sort of hobby for quite some time, you amass a huge level of value there, right? Like even 100, like, it's crazy because like, when you buy $100 card, it's like a big thing. Like your first time around, like you buy $100 card, it's like, wow, that's $100, and then as like the more and more you build up your collection, it's like, oh, $100 isn't really much in terms of like card value, like I wouldn't say desensitized, but it's sort of along the lines of that. And it's just one of those things where we had to start being a little bit more precautionary about things, buying yourself, a Pelican case, buying yourself a safe or having a safety deposit box opened up at your bank, or even having collector's insurance is super duper important, right? Because like some of us, like myself, I like to collect things that are outside of Pokemon cards. So it's one of those things that we all have to have. And I mean, even an added measure of security would be, installing cameras.
Right. And we just want to bring up that, hey, that's a topic that needs to be considered when you're making a trade with somebody with high profile items. Like even it doesn't matter like really how much it is, just the attraction, the hype, the attention around it. People are willing to sorry, something glitched out. People are willing to go above and beyond to take your collection too,
Yeah. I mean, like when you look at a card, right? Like you look at a card, I mean, carrying $1,000 is a lot, right? But carrying a slab that's worth like a lot of, like if you're carrying around a slab that's worth a lot of money, then it's really easy to steal and really easy to carry. Like it's scary to me sometimes,
Yeah, for sure. And you even went to flew to Texas, right, to make a huge transaction or a huge trade worth almost six figures, right? Combined.
No. Combined six figures almost. Like, at that time, we were being relatively conservative with the values of the value of his at that time, which is now my first edition Shadowless Charizard card, and then the 11 cards I took out. We were being relatively conservative at that time because this was like right when Pokemon was sort of correcting, right? At that time, a PSA 8 first edition Shadowless Charizard card was going for about $40,000, and then you can go on eBay. It was roughly 35 to 40, so it was within that range. And then all 11 cards that I had, they were within that range as well. So like we're talking, I'd say like a conservative amount is like between $35,000 to $38,000. So like when you look at everything all together, you're talking about like close to a third of six figures.
So 60
right?
to
That's
70.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's still a lot of money, right? Like it's scary. I had one of my mods from my Discord, who happened to be living in that specific area where, the trade was occurring, and he's actually done business before with this other person, and so, I just went ahead, rode with him. We met up at a public place and we did the deal, but. The thing is that you can never be too safe, right?
Yeah, take every precaution. I even talked to some groups, right? And he's starting to make contracts for trades, like a written agreement, where it's both parties. Both parties are transparent in that transaction. And it also brings a topic that there's a lot of middleman trading that you can find. There's a lot of people in this community that are super reputable. I mean, like... I'm talking about they've been here since the beginning. They have blessings from almost TCA to to Rev, to anybody in the community. You can trust them because they have that years of knowledge and years of middlemaning to a point where like you can trust them because they aren't going to just throw away their whole life worth of reputation over, especially when they've made middleman for like the most expensive cards in the hobby already. So what's the point of them doing something for something so small? It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I know, like, for me personally, like, I sent off I have an ongoing trade that's going on that I sent off, like, I think a week or two before Christmas. And it was basically my Bluetooth Air Pack, and the trade was for a PSA 8 Reverse Hollow Crystal Ho-Oh from Skyridge. Excuse me. And essentially, I found out today that, I mean, this pack was supposed to go to the Netherlands, right? I found out today this morning that it's in Brazil's customs. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? So tomorrow I will, and the thing is that my middleman is out in the Netherlands because this other person's out in Italy. So we're basically, my middleman is out in the Netherlands. We're trying to get it all there. But like I said, I mean, like when people ask name drop a middleman, it could be literally anyone that has enough reputation, like people who are credible enough to show you like recent recommendations, recent what's the word I'm looking for? Like recent transactions, recent I'm losing my train of thought here. Like
history?
Not train of thought. No, yeah, recent sales history, like basically to show you that they're that they're what's it called?
Name drop any middleman manner. Why
that
you
they're
think
credible. Yes, credible. Yes,
credibility?
That's the word.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Middleman. I know Bo Dangerous. She does it. Who else middlemans? Yeah, you middleman. So there's many people out there that do have a middleman service. Just DM us. We're open. We love talking to the community and sharing our knowledge. If y'all have any questions, Pokemon Guru. Well, yeah. So that was it. We just want to address that situation. Be careful. Have that in mind that these guys will steal your $1,000 card and they won't think twice about it. Take every precaution.
Not even $1,000 card. It could be anything.
Well, I just want to be conservative. Yeah, even hundreds or like even a small trade, right? Because you don't know, like even Facebook. Yeah. So I've done it, and like it's like I'm taking my own advice because I just met up with someone like at 9:00 at night for like a Charizard. And, yeah. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's crazy. I don't want to get locked up. Definitely don't do it at your own address.
Yeah.
like meet up at a public place. For sure.
And definitely look into getting collector's insurance because you guys never know. Like you never really know, right?
Collector's insurance,
like,
correct.
I think that that's super duper important. Go to your bank, get yourself a safety deposit box. Because I mean, it like at the end of the day, like for you, like even for yourself, like it's such a good thing to have a safety deposit box because like you not only have to have your key, you physically have to go to your bank. Like at my bank, like you, like the person who's at the bank, they have their own key, and then I have my own key. They have to open the box at the same time
simultaneously
for you to access it. Yeah, I don't know about it simultaneously, but I know that there's essentially two locks there.
Okay. And
it has to open up, and so like I think that's just I think that's just an added piece of security. I think that's awesome.
Yeah. Don't go to Shiv's house. His first edition Charizard is not there.
No, it's here right now.
Oh, it's there. So if you want to go now.
Yeah, if you want to steal it right now, go ahead. It's right here. I had to take some pretty pictures the other day, so it's right here.
It's really nice.
Shout out to Charizard King.
And Kanto Shark.
Yeah, Kanto Shark. Yeah.
Okay. So that's what we have on that. How was the audio, guys? Because I have my thing turned up all the way, and so because people are complaining they couldn't hear me, so now I have it like jacked up all the way. If there's any reverb or any echoing, let me know. Okay, well, do you have anything to say about as far as security goes, or does anybody in the chat? We're always learning too, so if y'all have any type of
what do you do? Like, what do you do in regards to security? Like, what kind of measures and precautions that you take?
So this was definitely an eye opener to me. I feel like I'm so small that like. I wasn't worried about it to begin with, and
not even the amount of inventory that you hold.
No, I wasn't, because like
really
the thing about like Alabama is like you're like one gun away. Like everybody carries guns here, so it's like nobody. Like I have a lot of. I'm carrying some smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like I always have smoke on me. So it's like this place is like everybody's happy, like gun happy. So it's like not a lot of things really happen in here, around town. It's because like people are just ready to fire, so nobody wants to mess with anybody. But it happens.
No one wants that Yizzy smoke.
No, and I got a dog. You know what I'm saying? Like don't mess with Zuko, bro.
It's a puppy.
He's vicious. Have you seen my? I've been sharing my story. When I tell him to speak, he's like, ah!
Yeah, that's definitely gonna prevent anyone trying to rob you. You know.
I'm telling you, better be scared now. His attack, how he attacks people is he runs at them and then he falls like this.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
But I am. This is definitely an eye opener to me, and I'll be taking every precautionary measures that we're talking about and that everybody's saying in the chat too. So for sure, especially with the inventory and how my collection has grown through the past year or two. Of course, I got that heat, bro. So let's what else? You saw that happen to Simba though. No, Pat Flynn say it ain't so. Yeah, smoother than cuddles. Ooh, an armed society is a polite society. Yeah, it's a very political topic, I guess you should say.
Yeah, I think we should stray away from politics. But I mean, hey,
no. I was just talking about the situation in Alabama. That's all.
Oh yeah, then I mean,
Yeah,
whatever. I mean, hey.
Yeah. But our next topic is going to be alternative. What would you say it was?
Alternative ways to make money in Pokemon besides scalping.
Correct.
So I've seen a lot of things this past week in regards to what is and what isn't morally correct in regards to how you make money in Pokemon. Mm-hmm. And I think in this case, there's so many different ways, right? Like there's so many different ways you could hustle in Pokemon. Whether you get your cards graded and you flip it, you could start your own middleman service in regards to PSA grading, like myself. You can do pack breaks like Rev does. It's just one of those things.
Yeah, we've talked about it multiple times. So let's hit each topic. Let's give like a couple minutes for each topic. So for example, you purchased a whole lot of first editions, singles from your local card shop, and we've implored everybody to head to your local card shops and support them. Look what they got, because some of their cards are priced really well. And
yeah, so just a sort of cut in there. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
But essentially the reason okay, so a lot of people like to make the oops.
And Charizard's gone.
No, Charizard's right here. The only thing that fell was singles.
That was fast. You got robbed really fast.
Yeah, man. Pay no attention to what happened, guys. We're working with a fixed budget here in regards to equipment.
Yeah, literally, Shivam has the money to buy proper equipment, but he's like $5 to buy or $20 to buy a good stand. Nah, I'm just gonna use a box and then spend that on Pokemon
cards. It's like that
cards.
Drake meme. It's like that Drake meme. Like $100 to buy $5 to spend on equipment for content. Nah, $100 to buy a Pokemon.
Yeah, that's what it is.
But yeah, just to get back to where what I was saying.
Okay.
Essentially, the thing is that people like to make the argument that a lot of modern products at card shops are expensive. And yeah, sure, like when you go to a card shop or whatever, their Champion's Path might be overpriced, their Hidden Fates might be overpriced, whatever you name it, it's probably overpriced. The thing is that when you look at vintage singles, like singles that they have, they're willing to cut a deal, or if it even has a sticker price on it, it tends to be under market value. The reason why I say that is because of the fact that card shops just have way too much in inventory. Way too much. They can't keep up with how fast the prices are rising in regards to Pokemon. Like you can literally go to a card shop, buy a card, like a Charizard card. Like this happened a few months ago. Like right when market value for a Charizard card was $400, I bought one at my card shop for $120. Bought it, put it on auction, sold it for $400. Right?
Yeah.
Like the thing, and that's the truth for every single that I bought there. I spent about $578 at my local card shop. The owner was very happy. And the thing is that I sold everything off for a huge profit. Like the thing is that there's deals anywhere and everywhere, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't even have to be your local card shop. It can just be a card shop anywhere, right? Like, you're
Mm-hmm.
still, like, if you buy from a card shop in general, you're still supporting local business, not necessarily your own local business, but someone else's local area, right?
Right.
Like, I was able to buy in April 2 booster boxes of Plasma Storm. And at that time in April, the price of one booster box was $1,600 for Plasma Storm. I was able to buy 2 booster boxes for $750 a piece. And this was in the midst of quarantine. Like, at that time, a lot of card shops were struggling.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I was able to sell off that one Plasma Storm booster box a week later, as soon as I got it for $2,100, and then a month later for $3,000. The thing is that if you're wanting to find gems out there, you have to be able to put in the legwork. You can find it, right? I think the reason why a lot of people go to retail and they try to scalp is because, like, that's their their initial thought. They think immediately, like, this is the easiest way to make money, right? But it really isn't. Like, when you cut corners, you're gonna end up paying more for it in the long run, right? If you actually work hard and you do things the correct way, you're going to be more profitable in the long run, right? I think that's what people really need to pay attention to, right? And if you're let's say you do, let's say you're a middleman, right? You can be a recasing middleman, like my friend Brown Eyes Yellow Dragon. He does a lot of recasings for a lot of high end cards, and he's pretty upfront with people, and that's his hustle, right? Then you have, like, myself, Bo Dangers, Omash. We all do middleman services.
That's another one, middleman service.
Yeah, I make a small profit per card, and I mean it's an honest way of making money, and I use that to fund my own hobby, right? There's so many ways to, and you do pack breaks, right? You do it on YouTube. You do it on YouTube. You've done it on Whatnot. I've been on Whatnot. I've done it as well. There's just ways to make money legitimately.
Or even custom packs. So I did a Yizzy Pokémon pack, and they were filled with a bunch of base set hollows. Initially, they were going to be like every other one, like the pull ratio was half, but then I had too many hollows, so I was like, I'm going to make it 2 out of 3, pull rates, and enters you a chance to win like some other custom prizes. So it's just different, many different ways. And when we talk about scalping, right? Scalping is almost removing the opportunity for someone to get a product, right? And making money that way. That's what we're fully against. Like, you're literally taking that opportunity from a store that someone could get it and removing it.
Yeah, you're like, I think the best way to put it is, like, when people are literally going out to retail and scalping, what's happening is they're removing products off shelves, and that's probably the most accessible way for, like, a family to get products for their kids, or, like, for that one kid to get, a blister pack, right?
Right.
It's just one of those things. Like, I think there's a right way and a wrong way to make money in Pokemon. Like, people like to attribute certain things for selling at overpriced. Like, let's say I put something on auction on eBay, right? And it sells for way over market value, right? Then is that really scalp prices, or is it because someone bid on it and that's what they truly believe that's what the price is worth?
Or even not if the price is worth, they just want it.
Yeah, they just absolutely want it.
So what you're saying is, like, if we're not negatively impacting someone in some way, then it's not considered, like, that's the wrong way, right? If you're whatever action you're doing, however it is you're making money, if you're negatively affecting some way in some situation, can we consider that almost a bad way of scalping?
Yeah, well, I think scalping in general is bad.
Right.
I think.
Uh-oh.
A good example is this right here, right? Here, let me show you. A good example is this. This right here. Someone has this listed. Oops, dropped my earphone. Someone has this listed for $20,000 on eBay. How much? $20,000.
I know how much.
Is it worth that much? I don't know. The thing is that you talk to certain collectors out there, like Rhymesall or anything of the sort. They say that it's not worth that much. But to anyone, it can be worth that much. If someone buys this, is that a scalp price? No. The same thing applies, right? Like, if it's a modern day product and you put it up for $300, right? And it's something that you've been holding on to for a couple of months. Does that make you a scalper? I personally don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think if you were able to get a product relatively fast and you got it and you've been holding on to it, you no longer want it, and you want to be able to grow your own personal collection.
Yeah.
I think that if you sell it, then you're fine, right? You're not hurting anyone else's hobby. Right. I think scalping stunts the growth of the hobby, right? Like, I've seen plenty of videos where I've seen a kid open up, a Burning Shadows booster pack and he pulls a Hyper Rare Charizard GX. Or I've seen a few videos where people have tagged me on TikTok, actually, where people people are showing their kids actually pulling, a shiny Charizard VMAX, right? And they get so happy. So when you're literally removing products off the shelves, you're literally robbing someone's, potential to have joy. And the thing is that, like, just this week I saw a video, right? I was on Instagram. I went on live. It was David Lopez. Go check him out. He was opening packs with his son.
Nice.
And the thing is that like every card, even the common cards, like you can see the pure joy in his son's eyes, right? Like a kid could get like a random holo, which most of us adults don't really care about anymore because holos aren't really worth that much. They could pretty much, like, they love that, right? It could be a $2 GX or VMAX or V card, and kids are gonna love it, right? I just think that whenever you take a product off the shelf, it's just it's insulting. It's discouraging and it's distasteful.
When you clear out a shelf, yes.
Yeah.
What other alternative methods of making money is there other than scalping?
You can go on eBay, buy lots.
Yeah.
You can literally buy lots. Go on eBay, buy lots.
What do you think about Whatnot? Because they've been solving a problem recently, no?
I think Whatnot solves a decent problem as well. So I've done numerous amounts of auctions on Whatnot. A lot of people have a negative opinion on it, and I just want to sort of walk people through how the application actually works. And if you feel like it's still not worth your time, or if you think it's not for you, then that's perfectly fine. I think it's just it needs to be talked about, because I think people are starting to have a negative stigma towards the application itself. So I've sold plenty of stuff on Whatnot, and I've sold plenty of stuff on Instagram auctions. I mean, on Instagram Live.
Okay.
Some of the issues that I've had during Instagram Live, and you can possibly agree, and you can agree with this, is that you can't really keep an accurate timer for an auction. If you're auctioning off a single, you can't really keep an accurate timer.
Yeah.
Because there is a lag. There's a delay.
There's a delay.
And so, like, if you have something that's very high in demand, right, then people are going to get upset if it sells and you cut off the timer, but the comments just loaded up, right? That's an issue. So I'm reading here in the comments, like, the issue is that no one should have paid $20 for a pack of Champions Path. That's not the issue. I think people are associating scalping, like a product selling at scalp prices for scalping. I think the thing is that if I put down a card, right, or a pack, and I auction it off at $1, that is below market value. Okay, that means that once that auction is live, that means it could sell for $1, it could sell for $2, it could sell for underneath market value for what that pack is actually going for. There's a high likelihood of happening. I'm not saying it's impossible, but there's a likelihood of that happening. Correct? I've had plenty of stuff on that platform sell way below market value. I've had things sell above market value. I've had things sell for exactly market value. Now, when you put an auction up, and the application, it is basically designed to drive up prices. So the thing is that when I put up a card and there's multiple people bidding on it, and they want it open, they're doing that out of their pure entertainment. They're doing it out of their own joy. Can they easily go find multiple packs for that much? Absolutely. But in some cases, they don't want to do that, right? You're paying for entertainment, essentially. You're paying for a community aspect that's involved with that application. Like, it's really hard to kind of explain to people if you've never really been a part of the side of selling or being a part of what's actually going on, right? Like, it seems ridiculous, right? Like, to me, it seems ridiculous that packs go for that much, and it is.
Yeah.
But the thing is that people do want to pay that much. They do, and they're content with it. Are they able to refund their own packs? Absolutely. Are they able to refund any purchases? Absolutely. Right? I think that when you start off an auction and multiple people are bidding up to it and it reaches those prices, then that's not on you. You can't help that. You can't really stop that. It's like me being on eBay and it's something, and I put something down for auction, and it goes for a lot higher than market price, that's an issue, right? This platform itself, actually solves a lot of problems, right? And if people want to gamble, then they want to gamble. There's a thrill of doing it.
Yeah.
Like I had a guy. This is a actual story that happened, right? I did a live where I opened Champions packs. I only had 9 people in there. Okay. One guy literally bought 10 packs. First pack, second pack, nothing. Third pack, he actually pulled the Charizard VMAX, and I was like, you don't even have to buy any more packs anymore. You know what he did? He bought more packs.
Yeah.
I was like, why are you buying? And the thing is, like, every pack sold for like, I'd say a minimum of $10, and the highest it probably sold was $15. But the thing is, that's still way above market value. Like, these are products that are relatively easy to find. But the thing is that sometimes when you have someone right here, right, and you see the passion, you see the joy, you see the entertainment that they're providing, sometimes people want to pay you and support you for that.
Yeah. So
right? It's no different than going on Twitch and donating tons of money. Like, I've never understood that, but people do it.
Yeah, like super chats or whatever, coins. So my experience was I actually did I did sales on that one. My first one was I did singles, and then I singled off Fossil, Watsy, Jungle base set, and they went for relatively like $7, $10. And during that live, people were like, dude, can you do breaks? Are you just selling singles? I'm like, well, I can do breaks next time. So last week I did a break, and that's exactly what happened. It was pretty crazy. They went way above market price, and it was my first time, so I was like, man, that's absolutely crazy. But the thing is, I think there's a lot of newcomers in that situation too, you know? And I feel like the best we can do is educate them. Because at first, you know how breaks work. Most people don't care about bulk. They're like, keep the bulk. It saves on shipping, you know, because if it reaches a certain amount of weight, you have to you're charging like, 15 cents or X amount per ounce or per pound when it reaches a certain ounce. I think per 4 ounces. Like if you ship something 4 ounces, it's cheaper than something you ship 8 ounces, or if you ship a pound.
Yeah.
And when I was bidding, they were like, we want the bulk, you know, we're new to collecting. So like at that point, I feel like we need to keep sharing knowledge. So for example, I did a Shiny Star V, right? I was letting people know. I went through the first 7 packs. And we already pulled all the baby shinies. We've pulled all the full arts. So those last 2 packs or 3 packs, I was like, guys, stop bidding this up. Like the pulls are done. And I told everybody consistently. And you could see in the chat, they're like, no, we just want to do it because we know. Like they know. You got to imagine, people have to put their credit card information, their PayPal information.
They're adults.
They're adults, exactly. But I do think to some point we need to keep educating and be transparent, like I did with the Shiny Star V, like
Absolutely.
I did with the Champions Path, because my Champions Path also went up as well. And you got to let them know, hey, these pull rates are bad. The only best 2 cards are the Charizard. And at one point, I was just like, okay, you know what, guys? Let me just include all these cards and let me give y'all cards too. Like I literally, when packing, I said at the very end of my stream, I'm like, dude, this is like, y'all know this. Like, this is absolutely insane. Like, how much, you know, how generous y'all were. So I was happy. I think we need to innovate, right? Let's keep educating these people because some of them are new collectors. We don't know if they're new or old. Like, you have to do your due diligence at the end of how much. But as far as, like, something we can do is, like, innovate and adapt to it. So give them cards. Give them some cards that they may need or may be interested. So I cleared out a bunch of my, like, ultra rares, you know, full arts or something, and gave to them so they would know, and threw some packs in for them. So that was at least my experience from it.
And it's honestly, when I look at it from this perspective, right? If you know, this is a very legitimate way of selling stuff, correct? This is no different than eBay. By any means, like, for anyone to compare it to eBay, it's just I mean, like, it's almost the same thing, right? It's like going to an auction house, right? If I go to an auction house and they put a bunch of different stuff up and I'm not aware of it, but I am an adult and I'm trying to purchase whatever is there, that's on me to do my own due diligence. It's like it's with anything. You're an adult who has your, like, you have your own money to spend, correct? You should be able to know what you're spending money on. And not everyone is going to be like that, right?
Yeah.
In no way are you scamming anyone. In no way are you ripping someone off. You're informing people. And the thing is that if people want to bid at that price, they can bid. The thing is that anyone could literally ask for a cancellation. I've had people ask for cancellations before.
Yeah, I've had 2 or 3 cancels too. Like, yeah. It happens after the app though. It happens after the app.
It happened, and the thing is, like, a lot of people say, like, can't you curb, the price at which auctions are going at, right? The thing is that you can't. It's an auction.
Yeah.
Right. That's like if it undersales, am I allowed to stop that too? Like if let's say I put up a PSA 9 Charizard VMAX, and my PSA 9 Charizard VMAX sold for $345, which at the time was like market value was $500, right?
Yeah.
Like, am I supposed to be upset about that? No, I have to honor that, right?
Exactly.
Like, as a seller, I have to honor that. On eBay, a few months ago, I sold a PSA 8 Hidden Fates Charizard. Hidden Fates Ninetales, right? Market value at the time was roughly $75. Okay. I've had people. And the thing is that ended in the morning, and it sold for $18, and it sold to Pokemon Pelago, right? I was more than happy to send it to her. Yeah, I was kind of salty that it didn't sell for so much, but the thing is that I pulled out of a $4 pack, and she wanted it. I think that when people say it's new people, I don't think you're really taking advantage of new people. You're not, right? You're an adult. Like, no one's asking you to pull out your wallet and buy a pack, right? No one's asked, like, if I join an Instagram live and there's an auction going on, am I going to bid on something because I know it's not there, right? Like, I don't think I'm preying upon people. I've sold plenty of vintage singles that were in play condition. I went about showing every single side of it, and they asked me, Shivam, what's the grade of it? Am I a professional grader? No. If they get something completely out of the range that I told them that they're going to get it great, like in terms of grade, then is that my fault? No. You buy something because you see it, right? Like, people need to understand that there's an added sense of transparency too, right? Like, if I'm in front of you, I can see the card, right? It's not like eBay where you have to go and email the person what the pictures look like. I literally have to go right here, talk to you, me to you, and say what's wrong with the card. I can point at it. I can show you to you.
Yeah.
I can be honest with you.
Yeah. So there's that aspect where it's live. You're actually talking person to person with the buyer. The buyer or the seller is taking the time to answer any questions live, show any angles, show any creases, however you want it. And including the entertainment aspect to it. Like, I think that's so undervalued too,
I mean, a lot of people are going to disagree, and that's fine. But to say that this is not a legitimate or a right way to, sell something, I think that's a fallacy in itself, right? Like, if you can buy, if you have been buying stuff off of eBay on auction, and I overbid, that's on me. That's on me. I've overbid on plenty of stuff before on eBay, and I have to honor that. I don't cancel it. The thing is that let me explain how this all works. Let me explain how the application works, because I do see a lot of the comments in here. So the thing is that you get right in front of the application, right? They put you down on the featured card, right?
Right.
If you're a creator, they put you down on the featured card. So you don't even have to advertise it on Instagram or anywhere. They'll put you down on the featured card, and what happens is that you will automatically have people join your live. They'll favorite it, they'll be ready to go, and they'll once you go live, the notification comes up. So then what will happen is that as a seller, I have to create a listing. I have to go through and individually create a listing of what I'm selling. That takes time. It takes a lot more time than eBay actually. And so, like, I go through, and you have to put down that. So then the day of your actual live, you'll go live, okay? Once you go live, you cannot leave the application. You can't answer any sort of phone calls whatsoever. Otherwise, the live will completely end, right? That's
correct.
It. What will happen is that as a buyer, I get to pick out what's being auctioned off or what's being sold. So what will happen is that I will put down I'll tap on, let's say, a single, right? Or a pack. I put it down. I set it down for $1. And I put down a time limit, okay? That time limit is basically a minute long. So essentially what will happen is that if I have 5 people in there and nothing sells, then nothing will sell, okay?
Yep.
If I put down or let's say these people are bidding, right? that time limit is a minute. But as people are bidding and it gets down to the last few seconds, like let's say there's like 3 seconds left and someone bids, the application will add another 10 seconds onto the actual auction itself.
Right.
So that way people will keep bidding until no one's bidding anymore. You as a seller cannot control that. Right? You can't control that. You're just there in the present. You're seeing it unfold. You can't stop it. You can't let it you can't refund it. You can't curb it. It's
you can't just stop the auction right then and there.
Yeah, you can't just stop the auction. Like let's say it's at $5, right? And you stopped it, but someone is upset because they wanted to bid more on it. Then what? Right? Let's say you could hypothetically stop it at $5 or at market price, but someone wanted to bid more for it. Then what? Right?
Right. Yeah, I know they've recently incorporated, I think, a sudden death feature. And that I know that's like one way to do it.
But that doesn't curb it.
Yeah,
that doesn't curb it.
Yeah, it doesn't curb it at all. But yeah, that's how auction works. That is how auction works. They're using the auction type platform to sell, and that's what was going on in Instagram. I've joined many auctions on Instagram. I paid way like 4 times as much for a card, like. Because I think I'm gonna give them a shout out. Dragon Wild and Misty's Determination. They used to do auctions all the time. I think they slowed down recently. They went live earlier today. I don't know if they went auctions, but I bought cards. They're like, Yizzy, this card is $3, and I think I was in a bidding war with someone else. I'm like, that's fine. I think I ended up paying like $28 for a $3 card. It's just fun, and I was supporting them. They're my friends, you know. There's a community aspect around it. And I was more than happy to pay, $28 for a $3 card just because of that, you know?
See, the thing is that obviously, like whether you're new or you're seasoned, right? We obviously know what market prices are. Not with singles. Singles are very difficult, right? Like I can't, like me, I'm a seasoned collector, right? I've collected a bunch of different things, right? I can't, I have people to this day ask me, hey, what's the market value for this? I can't tell you at the top of my head. No. Right? But everyone knows the market value for packs, right? If I'm over here and I see a ETB at retail for $50, but then I go over here and I start putting money out, on Whatnot application because I obviously know what it's going for, then what's the issue in that, right? Like people know. They know, like if I have my computer up and I'm trying to buy, a good pair of, I don't know, shoes or something, that I can open up multiple tabs and go window shopping. I can compare prices all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Darko said, "Yo, Yizzy, trying to buy my gumshoe for $50." What?
Yeah, it's full art. His gumshoe's full art. I'm assuming it's from Burning Shadows, I think.
Oh, yeah, hit me up.
I get like the whole Twitch and the whole Whatnot comparison doesn't really work out together. I get that. I just think that it's just one of those things. I don't think you're hiding anything. Like you're not. Like if people want to bid on it, people want to bid on it. Like you can't really control what's going to sell for. Like
what do you mean hiding?
I think like you're not disclosing any sort of information, right? Like if I go
like
on
my
eBay, name,
Yizzy Pokemon as my username on Whatnot.
Yeah, I don't know, but what I'm trying to say is like, if I like when I go on eBay, right? I've had many instances where I bought something off of eBay and it wasn't exactly as the description had said, right? And I had to go back and refund it. I had to go through opening a case with eBay, whereas like. When I'm right here, showing a product, I'm not going to show it like this. I'm not going to be like, okay, guys, this is the card I'm selling, right? Or this is the pack that I'm opening, right? Like you're being transparent when you say this is the issue right here. There's a little speck over here. The reason why I got a 9 is because there's a little bit of wear on this edge right here, so on and so forth. It's an auction, guys.
I think Kingsley kind of what I'm trying to say. What your point is amazing, but like exactly what Kingsley Bondsway is saying. If someone wants to pay for Pokemon cards, it's on them, and don't think anything wrong with that. If the sale is being fraudulent or unethical, that's completely different. That's what I'm trying to say. If you're being transparent, if you're telling people what it is, the pull rates, what cards are there, educating them. what the prices are, if it's being too much. Because I will say I did see one person, and it was kind of like, I guess it wasn't factual what they were saying, and I can see that being like the unethical part, right? Saying like without disclosing something like that, saying like, ooh, like this is definitely worth more, like, or saying like, oh, there could be a $1,000 Charizard or something like that, But if you're telling
And it's
people
not like
this is the value, this is the best card, this is what it goes for, and they know, you can't control the buyer, right? If they want to spend it, I can't just say stop. So even if you do say stop, you can't forcefully tell them. I mean, make them, right?
Yeah, the thing is that like you're not like if I sell something, if I put something on an auction, there's no expectations in regards to what's going on. Like you just basically have to honor and respect the fact that this is going to either undersell or oversell or sell for what it's exactly worth, right? I don't think, like, for example, your case, right? Those things that sold way higher than they were expected.
Oh man, it was my first one. I was shocked, dude. I was
like,
absolutely
you didn't
shocked.
even know how it was going to work. I think the thing is that like that's not what you were intending to do, but it happened, right? A lot of people, want to point out the issues about a new application, but the thing is that there's a lot of good things that this application does for the seller and the buyer, right? Like the buyer knows what they're buying. The seller automatically, there's not as much fees in comparison to eBay. They help you out with the shipping label. And on top of that, there's an added sense of community and entertainment on there. I don't know, like for me, like when I've seen so many different auctions go on, whether it's Slang Tang, whether it's yourself, whether it's Gear Ninja, myself,
Juggling Josh,
Super Duper Danny, all the even Pokemon Radar. A lot of this stuff, the trend is that when it comes to a lot of different things will sell for over market value. Yeah. There's an entertainment factor in it, and I think a lot of people tend to forget consumer mentality, right? Like, as a consumer, if I'm on eBay and I'm in the midst of an auction, it's those last 5 seconds left and I want it bad, I'm going to overbid. I'm going to overbid because I don't want anyone to win it. I want to win it, right? If it's something bad that I want it.
Yeah. And that's what an auction is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even if you go to cars houses, like cars auction, they go way above. You remember when you saw the Supra go above? It went for like, how much did it go for? It was like $250,000. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Fear of missing out. Yeah. I think there's a place for it. I think there's a lot of good things that come out of whatnot. Speaking of future wise, it's just so new, and I feel like they are looking for creators too, and as soon as that gap fills, I think a lot of things will start settling down too, and it's like the new kid on the block, and all the old gurus are hating on it, right? The old collectors are hating on it. It's new. They're like, ew, something new and shiny. Like, we want to stick to our. I mean, you can kind of see that. I don't want to I don't know.
I think it's just important. Like, if you, my thing is this, okay? If it's not for you, then it's not for you. But I think it's important not to hate on everything that's new. I think it's important to keep an open mind. It might not be for you, and that's totally fine. I can respect that. I just think that, I think calling something unethical when there's nothing really nothing bad actually happening, I think that's an issue, right? Like, we're not really, we're not talking ish on people. We're just trying to have a productive conversation. So that's why, like, that's why the conversation has extended itself, because it's like, it's just one of those things where, okay, so the fees are 8.5%, right? 8.5%.
And a one-time, the seller has to pay $2.50 that goes towards shipping. One-time cost per person.
And the thing is that.
So essentially,
actually.
Oh no, yeah. Go ahead. No, I was like for a pack that sold for like I think $15. One of my packs sold for $15. I paid that 8.5% and then paid a $2.50 for that pack. So it came down to like, I think maybe $10 I made on that. So a $15 pack went down to about, the math was probably wrong on there.
Another thing to add is
$12. Sorry.
I think another thing to add is that when Whatnot reached out to me, they reached out to a lot of creators, right? the reason why they reached out to these people is because they saw that they're reputable members of the community, in the sense that they're not gonna they care about their image as a company. They care about their image. They don't want people to get scammed, right? And another thing to add is that they have a strike system in place, right? 4 strikes and you're out, which means and the only way you get strike down, like your account gets strike down, is if you don't ship out those products in time, you get strike down. So like they have a 48-hour shipping policy. So if you don't ship out within those 48 hours, you get a strike. And the 4 times you get it, they're going to temporarily put your account on hold. So the thing is that there's a vetting process to this application. Not everyone can sell almost immediately, and if you do, I think you have to, if you're anyone else, right? If you're not a really creator, I think you have to fill out an application or a form to actually start selling on the platform itself.
100%, 100%. So, can you add a buy it now option? Yes, you can add a buy it now auction. So there's 2 options. You can either do a buy it now or a auction only. But there's no cap. So you can't do an auction that says if it hits $15, then that's it. You know. Plus that wouldn't make sense, because then you could just buy it now. So if you don't want, if you're more of you just want to sell and get it over with, or you want to add an entertainment aspect to it, which auction is, it's super entertaining. Then there's that.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is I've actually put some things on there for buy it now. Like I've done that, right? If you're someone who does breaks, I mean, it could be, I think the thing is that it was your first time, right? Like if you do breaks, you can do it that way too. The thing is that I find it kind of difficult to actually sell everything that I have if it's on a buy it now option. If it's on an auction, things are more likely to get sold because it's in that moment, it's in the heat, right?
Yeah. What was I thinking? I'm reading. You get strike for cancellation too. Yes, you get strikes for cancellation too. So probably better to do items that are valued over $25. Yes, it's better to do value over $25. Some people group packs up. You can do that as well.
Not even that. It's like you can sell things for $1, right? The thing is that let's say I'm a buyer, right? If I sell something for $1, what will happen is that they're going to charge you for shipping, obviously. But let's say I buy multiple items. The thing is, what's going to happen is that you can, as a seller, you get to bundle all those purchases, and they go onto one tracking label. It all gets shipped together. So like that buyer isn't going to be charged for every piece of shipping, right? And another question just popped up in here: can you put a minimum limit? No, it's an auction. That's why it's an auction.
Yeah.
This is not like cryptocurrency where if something's right here, if it's at the highest right here, I can put a sell order right here or a buy order at this amount, right? That's not how it works.
He meant bundle.
Yeah. Well, they call it
bungle. Yeah, but it's basically a bundle, like a bundle, shipped out bundle with what they bought. So
they just call it a bungle on the platform.
Yeah.
So like there is no minimum limit in regards to an auction. Like it's like eBay basically. Like guys, it's a competitor to eBay. That's just basically what it is. It's a
live eBay basically.
And you can put a starting bid at like for example for me, when I started my PSA 9 Charizard, I put a starting bid at $300, right? And it sold for $345. That's still under market value.
Yeah. So it just depends. It just depends.
And it sold for over $100.
I had one that was about to sell for $3 for one of my packs, Champions pack. But somebody, I was reaching for it. It was like 3, 2, 1. I was like, cool, let's open it. And then somebody sniped it. So, and I was more than happy. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's just, it was my first time. I was having fun with the community. I mean, as a content creator, I love people interacting with people, that's why I do this. Like the whole point of content creating is to get views. It's to meet new people. It's to entertain y'all. Like I'm not doing this just for of course I have passion. I think content creating needs to be built off passion. But for someone to say that you're content creating, you don't care about the clout, or you don't care about the views, or you don't care about the AdSense, or you don't care about the K by your name, it's false. It's absolutely false. You wanting to influence people, you're wanting to talk to people, you want to get involved, you want to a community aspect, and you don't want to you don't want to do all this work. Like, I've been creating content for over a year without any AdSense, right? And I recently got monetized the last 2-3 months, and it feels good to be rewarded for that, you know. And I would be lying to you if I said I don't care about the money, you know. It's like, I'm gonna be real with y'all, you know. Like, it feels rewarding to actually get a little bit back, you know. I mean, I still work a 9 to 5, and dude, being a PokeTuber, you cannot make a living off of being a PokeTuber. Like,
No, you can't.
I'm opening if I make a video, right? I'm opening $100 worth of products, and in terms of loot box, who we had last week, they open like over $1,000 every video, and we get like $20-$15 a video based off your CPM, you know. And so to say like you're doing it for the money, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, especially in this part, right? You know, Darkle can even let you know, when you
we're adults here.
Yeah, we're adults
here, right? Like, I've talked, you know, my good friend Jordan Fringe, you know, I've spoken to him tremendous amount of times in regards to YouTube, because like that's something that I just don't that's something that's one platform I just don't post on, right? Yet. You know, I can't tell you how many times, you know, he'll open up hundreds of dollars worth of product on his platform, and then he'll say, yeah, I'm in the red.
Yeah. Like, even Pat Flynn, he actually said it he started his new Pokemon podcast, Deep Pocket Monsters.
Channel? Channel?
Yeah, YouTube
Is
channel.
It a podcast?
Yeah. No, it's not a wait, what?
You said podcast.
No, sorry, not podcast. He does not a podcast. He does his live on his main channel, which is really entertaining and very informative. I really like that. I recently started watching it this week, which, like, he's been here so long and I haven't even like been to his channel, but I finally did, and I really enjoyed it. I need to purchase one of his books. But he opened a separate channel called Deep Pocket Monsters. Y'all should all go check it out. It's very nice, very well edited, and very well. It's I don't know. It's pretty refreshing. Like, you don't see anything like it in the Pokemon community right now. But he talked about on his main channel that he's using his stocks and stuff he's invested in to fund his Pokemon hobby. Like, he's not doing it. The point I'm making is he's not doing it to make money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, our motive.
Why do you guys think that I don't even open up Pokemon packs? This is why, because I don't like being in the red. I hate the feeling of losing $3.99 for a $4 pack, right? Like, just to pull out just a few cents worth of cards, like that's crushing. Like, as an adult who's so conscientious of the money that he spends, that's why I don't do it. That's why I don't participate in pack battles. I mean, in pack breaks, because I know how expensive it gets. I know that I don't like gambling. Some people like gambling.
Yeah. I gamble. Not like gamble, but like dude, I'm part of so many pack breaks. Like, I did Sin's pack break. I did Gary Oak's pack break, Polish Rob's pack break, Marion's pack break. Like, I'm so involved in all these other people, you know? Like, if I was in it for myself, I wouldn't even join everyone else's, you know? I'm involved in some of these whatnot apps. It's absolutely funny.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoy it. Like, it's entertaining. I love the community. And, like, I mean, a lot of people in here. I do my daily pack breaks on Friday too, and I love it. Like, I absolutely love it. We did like a casino style yesterday. Of course, you actually got everything. It's not, nobody left empty-handed, okay? But yeah. What else?
I just think.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just think that like the whole. I think that there just needs to be an understanding as like people who do sell stuff in regards of Pokemon. I think that like, if you're not hurting someone else's hobby, if your actions in regards to your sales do not hurt anyone else, then I think that you're fine, right? I think that if you auction something off and someone spends over or under it, I think as a seller you have to respect that and honor that. And then as a buyer, you know, one of the biggest issues that I've seen is people canceling auctions, right? Like, I've seen it happen. Like, my buddy Alex Hodges, he had, you know, I think it was a PSA 6 base set Charizard card, and he had it on auction, and he put it up on auction 2 or 3 different times. They sold for, you know, at that time it was a lot of money. I think it was over $1,000 for a PSA 6 at that time. The thing is that so many people just canceled on him. Like, it was like 2 or 3 times where people canceled on him, and it's frustrating as a seller for that to happen.
It is.
So I think like like this platform is great. I think that it's like, I did I've only done 2 auctions on there, and
Same.
I didn't know how my first auction was going to go, but it's important to go into certain situations with an open mind rather than just excuse my language, but shit on it for no particular reason, because you don't have a complete understanding of how the application works or how things actually works. Like, I don't think people really understand how the ins and outs of it unless they actually sell something on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like someone trying to tell me about the condition of a card.
Mm-hmm.
If they've never graded a card before, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like all the cards that you see on Facebook Marketplace, and people say, "Oh, this is a mid condition card," but when I look at it, it's like a PSA 6 quality of a card.
Yeah, that's wrong.
If you don't understand the process, I think that's when there's issues.
Or back to what was his name? Kingsley said exactly. I mean, shine some light on that statement again. I really like it. Agreed. If you're scalping, if you're scamming in terms of like even lying, right? So
yeah.
Well, I think that was good. I liked it. Canceling orders, yeah. I had in my first auction when I did only singles, I think I had 2 canceled, and then during my live, I had 2 canceled too. So,
yeah, it happens.
Yeah, it happens.
Let's move on to the sleeper of the week now.
Huh? What you say? What you say? Home say what?
I'd say we had a pretty productive conversation in that matter, right?
No, yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, I feel like our podcast, even though we're called Poke Tea Time and we give our hot takes, it's really not like this year 2021. I want to be very productive in like how we let people know and educate them too, and in certain situations and certain topics in the community. And I think that's what I really want to aim for.
Honestly, even our entire podcast, like from start to now, like from the beginning till now, I believe that, if we're talking about a specific subject matter, we're only talking about our personal experiences macro issues in the Pokemon community. And I think every conversation that we do have is a productive conversation.
Yeah.
And I don't think we really are, really crapping on anyone. Some people like to say that we're crapping on CGC. Well, no, every company has their pros and cons. We're just talking about the issues at hand. Like if PSA all of a sudden has these issues, we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
We talked about Collectibles Guru because we talked about Collectibles Guru. That brought a lot of insight and a lot of necessary conversations that needed to be done in regards to fake boxes. Like this is stuff that we all talk about. And I think that it's important to connect with our audience by talking about things that we personally see, our personal experiences. And I think that's what Poke Tea Time is about. Not necessarily pooping on anyone for any particular means.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, everybody's got their own opinion, and that's fine. But we also want to be example. Like, we want to be example for the community. So at that point, yeah, unless you're someone who's like actually collectible gurus just bashing people in the community and bashing the cards and flaming people and going into DMs and cussing people out. Like, that's so prevalent in your own character in a community, and we'll definitely shine some light on that. But yeah, that's all I have to say.
All right, so Q&A.
Okay, Q&A. Oh, no. Sleeper of the week.
Yeah, Sleeper of the week. Sorry, guys. Sleeper of the week. So Sleeper of the week would be... Yeah, let me get it out. Sleeper of the week.
Yeah. Shiv doesn't even talk to me
Pokemon
about...
toys.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yo, I just talked to... Who did I talk to about that? Alex. Was it Alex? No. It's Fringe. I was like, dude, wait. I jumped in somebody's live. I'm like, how much does that cost again? And it's like $50, $40, $30?
Out of the package, it's $40 or $50 now.
Yeah. That's a staple in our own childhood. Why aren't y'all buying that right now? Like, come on, let's go, guys.
I bought this for $75 in 2019. I think this goes for well over $170 now. This is
it's
vintage toys
now?
In general.
I thought you said it was 50. Oh, retail is 50?
No. Out of the package, it's 50. Out like unsealed, it's 50.
The
toy as is like $40, $50. In the package alone, it's well over $100.
Yeah. Still.
The thing is,
a good budget.
So the reason
Very
why
affordable.
I say
Go
The
ahead.
reason why I say this is a sleeper of the week is because I was having a conversation with Jeremy Padower last week. In regards to nostalgia in general, there's a lot of facets in Pokemon that are very nostalgic. We have cards, we have Pokemon food, and Pokemon food reaches outrageous prices. I kid you not. A empty box of Pokemon Wonder Ball box went for I think $700.
I remember.
I've seen sealed macaroni boxes sell for over $100. I myself spent probably $200 just on my own sealed
That's
candy
crazy.
displays.
I can't.
There's actual collectors that are willing to spend and shill that specific sort of money because it's very nostalgic. And the same thing applies to toys, right? We're coming to an age where more and more kids don't really want to play. Kids who are coming to the more formative years in the sense of what they remember, right? More and more kids don't want to play with toys. They want to play with tablets. They want to play with video games, stuff like that. I'm not saying not all kids play with toys. I mean, not all kids don't play with toys anymore. They do, but it's not what it's like. What it used to be, right? Like, I know I played with a lot of these toys. I played with more toys until I was like 10 years old, right? It's just one of those things. I think that when it comes to vintage toys and how undervalued it is as an IP, I think it's an easy buy. You know, I have a sealed Charizard combat figure that I bought for $50. They're now selling for $125.
Jeez. Yeah, toys.
I have a vintage sealed 2001 shiny Charizard combat figure. I only know of 2 or 3 sealed ones out there in the world right now publicly, and I bought it for $1,300. I've had offers for $2,500. I've had offers for $3,000. I've turned them down. So people are willing to spend that money. They're actual collectors that want stuff like this.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and they are a staple in the hobby. Like every kid had that. You know, every kid had those marbles. Every kid had that Pokédex. Yeah. Every kid had those little coins or whatever. They're all staples, guys.
I have the marbles, and I think they're super undervalued. I think the thing is that if Pokemon cards can go up in value because of nostalgia, then why can't Pokemon toys because of nostalgia? Like, a lot of us have an attachment to a lot of these things for some specific reason. Even vintage video games. Like, people are willing to spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for it.
Dude, that's
a good example is this. Okay? So back in the 80s, right? A company called Kenner was the first company to start producing Star Wars toys, okay? That company eventually got bought out by Hasbro. But I think this company was in Memphis, I believe. Memphis, if I'm correct. But essentially, they made a toy, and it is what's it called? What is it called? Hold on, let me look it up. What is it called? It's like the most expensive toy in the world. Kenner toy. That's it. The most expensive toy is the Boba Fett toy that Kenner produced, but it was never sold because it presented a choking hazard. Okay.
Okay.
It's considered a grail in Star Wars collecting. Okay. Out of the box, that toy goes for over $20,000 to $30,000. Okay.
Jeez.
That's how expensive it is.
Of the box.
So people are willing to shill out that sort of money for collectibles. So that's why I think vintage Pokemon toys is a sleeper of the week.
Round of applause, guys. I really like it. It's good points. Solid points you made there, Sir Shivam. Sir Shivalot. That didn't sound right.
Yeah, it didn't sound right.
Okay, so I guess we'll move on to Q&A.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Let me go ahead and put it down in chat.
I'll do it.
Okay, you can go ahead and do it.
Now. Go. Yizzy, you have any toys? I do, but they're all open, not like sealed. It's from my childhood. So like I have some of the toys he has in the back, but they're all open. They're not sealed.
Yeah, all mine are sealed. Yeah. I have one of the most rare Pokemon toys sealed. Yeah.
Oh, okay. What do you guys think about the 1999 pre-release Clefable?
I think it's a cool card. I think if that's what you want, get it graded by any means. I think is that the Jungle pre-release, I think?
Oh, yeah. Is it?
I think
Is
so.
that a card that you have? There's so
No,
many.
I don't have it.
No. I was talking about the guy. Any of you guys
Ba-
trade cards for crypto or other items?
Fun fact. Fun fact. My silver version over here, I actually sold Ethereum to get it back in the day, back in 2019.
Oh, I recently.
Someone wants me to show me my most rarest toy. It's
You're gonna get
buried
robbed, bro.
It's buried underneath a bunch of toys, but my most expensive Pokemon toy was I spent $2,750 for a shiny Scyther combat figure, and that is the most expensive Hasbro Pokemon toy ever made.
Have you got that graded yet? I know you said you were gonna send it out, but have you sent it out yet or? Oops.
Way to give it away, but since everyone's here, this is the reason why.
Shiv, to be honest, you can't even keep a secret. Let's be honest. Should we give people the history?
You told my secret last week. I mean, when Juice was here, and then you told my secret this week.
But your secret last week didn't get out, so we're good.
Hey, we don't know that yet. So for those guys who don't know what Yizzy's talking about, you can get Pokemon toys graded by the company called AFA, which is the same company that grades video games as well. VGA. That's their sister company. So yes, I plan on getting all my vintage toys graded and encased.
I'm personally really good with secrets. Okay, guys, don't
You're
let
not.
shit.
You're terrible
Dude,
at
I'm
it.
so good with secrets. You can ask all my friends.
I hate you right now, but yes, I do hate you.
Okay. Special delivery Pikachu thoughts. What do you mean thoughts? Like value wise?
I think
a part of me they're gonna do the Charizard coming soon, but a part of me thinks they may reprint it. I think y'all know my stance on modern. I don't think it's. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it, but I said I'm not gonna say it.
thoughts on battle styles. I've seen a lot of the artwork. I think it's pretty cool because I don't know if that's the set that they're incorporating the V Union, like sort of like the tag team functionality to it. I don't know if I don't really pay it. Like I'm the worst with keeping up with modern based products and new releases. Like all my information that I get is from Jordan, Super Duper Danny's, and Real Breaking Nate's podcast in regards to new information. You know, like if it's new information for new product and new releases and new drops, that's who I go to. That's who I talk to because they're the experts on that.
Yeah.
And then
hot take on Shining Fates in general. I think it's gonna be hot. It's gonna go with the same trend as Champions Pass, if not more or better. Bro, y'all went to White Castle together. Yeah, we need to do that.
Bro, that's a TikTok. Sorry for talking about Digimon again. But Shim, you gonna collect Digimon figures as well? Yeah, I do plan on collecting Digimon Bandai figures. I think I was talking to Alex Hodges about it. I mean, I know this is a Pokemon podcast, but side note, back in the day, you know, Bandai's production of toys and molding was beyond superior. It was stupid good. You know, you compare it to the production quality of Hasbro toys in early 2000s, and they just blew them out of the water. So when you look at sealed Digimon toys, like action figures, those actually have significant amount of value for a company, for a franchise that, you know, was just beaten to a pulp by Pokemon. Do I think that Digimon might come back? Personally speaking, I think so. Personally speaking, I like Digimon. I think it has a place along the lines of Pokemon. I hate to have conversations with people that, you know, just shoot down Digimon when it, you know, it's its own thing, you know.
Okay. Where do you guys think prices of Shiny Fates will go? It'll follow the same trends as all the Shining. Just look at it. It's gonna spike up right when it releases, and it's gonna be a downward climb, and then it's gonna hit a bottom, a plateau, and then just go back up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same trend in every new set. And just pick your battles. Pick your battles. If you want to pay the extra, do it. If you don't, if you want to wait, do it. You know, just whatever you're comfortable with. Sealed versus raw graded cards. Which do you prefer?
I do both.
Okay.
The reason why I do both is I'm very picky. I grade cards on a regular basis. if I can't find a card that fits my criteria of grading, like if I know for a fact that that's not going to grade too well, I'm not going to even touch it unless it's a very, very rare card. If I know the population itself is very low, then I will buy it raw. Then I'll get it graded. If it's a card that's been graded and I can't seem to find any sort of packs for it, if I can't seem to find any singles for it raw, then I'm going to do myself a favor, save up, and buy that slab. A good example is this right here. This. My Charizard versus Lugia card.
I hate you so much.
Yeah. The thing
we were
is
gonna
that,
do a deal on it.
Yeah, you didn't hop on that?
No, I didn't know. I didn't know somebody was hopping on it before me, or if I didn't.
Bro, that's the thing, man.
No,
anytime you see something,
yeah,
you got to scoop it up almost immediately, and you
But
hesitated.
there's still a 10 out there. I'm just saying.
Who knows,
Is it
man?
still
I
out
might
there?
be scooping that up soon.
No,
yeah.
you will not. You will not pay 10K for it. Is it 10K or 5K? It's two.
I know. See, that's a different seller, but I know another seller.
Oh, okay.
Who could come down quite significantly from that. But the thing is that I bought this card because I couldn't find any singles, and the one time that I did see singles, it was Scott Wright from the UK. He was selling them, and then Charizard King ended up scooping them up almost immediately. I didn't even have a chance. So it's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and buy this.
Oh.
It's like I buy cards in slabs if I don't see any packs. If like when populations are so limited to the point where you can't even get them if you don't even see the packs. Like that's how I determine whether or not I want to buy a slab or not.
You guys only get to play one Pokemon game, any console, any generation. Which one are you picking?
Soul Silver.
I was gonna do Pokemon Stadium. I really enjoyed that.
I'm gonna do I'm doing Soul Silver. Point blank. Period.
I mean, they're all good. Wow, Shiv.
Someone was calling me.
Oh. He be flexing. Of course, you gotta be proud of your collection. That's how you know you have passion for it. My guess, he will break his new box, but instead selling for one. I don't know.
No, I don't think so. Logan Paul's a true, genuine fan. Like he's not gonna. I don't think he's going to. What do we think about the Bear Walker skateboards? Ooh, that's actually a good question. What is your opinion on that?
I'm gonna think outside the box on this. It's kind of collect what you like, in my opinion. When I saw it, so I had opportunities to buy it, and I could buy it, but I'm just not a big skateboarding guy, so it has no value, or it's not like. But I think it's a collector's item. Like, why are you collecting it, right? Like, what attracts you? Do you like skateboarding? Do you just like Pokemon in general? Do you like the design? I don't know.
It's a cool art piece, honestly. Like
that's what I'm saying. You can hang it up and stuff, but it's like, I don't know. I like it. I would buy it, but I didn't because it just depends on. Was it $250, right? I believe it was $250 for retail, and they're all going for like over $1,000. But at that time, it was like, do I want to spend a $250 on this, or do I want to $250 on the slab? It's like I gotta pick my battles. So I do like the art piece, but I ended up spending that money towards something else.
I think a good comparison is I think it's David Arsham. I think that's his name, who was selling the crystalline Charizard card and the crystalline Pikachu statue that sold out almost immediately. That Gary from Pawn Stars acquired.
Ooh.
Yeah, it sold out. Like I think it was only 25 pieces and it sold immediately. So I think so. Yeah.
Jeez. Wait, are you answering Pat Flynn's question?
Yeah. I was doing a comparison with the two. I think at the end of the day, I think those are. I think it's the thing is like as a collector, something. Like we're getting to the point where like Pokemon is basically like vintage Pokemon and certain pieces in Pokemon is seen as fine art, right?
Oh,
like
yeah.
you could put this in a museum or a pop-up museum or anything of the sort, and it'll still attract a crowd.
Like from the like vintage game boxes, to like toys, to what you have behind you, that Snap Station. All those things could be displayed at a museum or a Pokemon museum because they are staples in the collecting community or the Pokemon hobby itself.
Yeah, and I think I think that's why I think that it is a little too early to say anything in regards to the Bear Walker boards, but I think they do have their place. It's they only make a certain amount and that's it, right?
Yeah.
Like we don't know. Like the thing is, like that's a cool thing about it. That there's an X amount of something, And 10, 15 years from now, people are gonna be like, oh,
You
that's
remember
only
that Bear
much.
Walker? Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the companies not wanting to grade Dave Pearson's pre-release rights? You did you know about that? I mean I don't know. Uh, Man, these are flying questions. Are flying.
Yeah, the Snap machines have a cap in terms of production. I think only 4,000 of them were only made.
That's still a lot.
Not really,
I mean, it's
because
not. But I was just comparing it to.
back in 1999 and 2000, they removed a lot of them. So many of them were recalled because of the fan issue, and then a lot of them were scrapped. So
Man.
to find working ones, it's tough. I mean, I know plenty of people.
Were you the one that found yours on Facebook when you shared it with the group? Is that the one you got?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay. Because I remember you were going back and forth, and you were like, "He's not responding. I'm gonna have to make a trip out. He doesn't want to ship." And you were probably like, "Screw it, let's just do it."
Yeah. It was awesome. It was a good experience. I don't regret it at all.
Did you go by yourself?
Yeah, man.
Dang. Well, how far was the drive?
6.5 hours to Ohio, and then 6.5 hours back, same day, no stops.
That's not
besides
bad.
gas.
I drove like 8 hours. Did you take your? Well, yeah. I drove like 7.5 for my puppy.
So it was a good old 12 to 13 hour drive.
Nice. How much did you? Are you gonna disclose that? Are you reading the same one?
I can disclose it.
Okay.
The guy had it listed on on his private yard sale page for a year. I got lucky. I put down a $500 down deposit.
He's asking how much they're now worth.
For a year. I got lucky.
Hold on. Okay. Close. All right. We should be almost back. Dude, I don't know what happened. My stream just went absolutely bonkers.
Are we live right now?
Hold on. Maybe. Check.
Oh, yeah, we are live.
Are we? No way.
Yeah.
Hey, guys. Are we live? Dude, 2021, man. It's crazy.
Yizzy, you slacking, bro.
Are we really live?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh. Okay, we're back. Well,
Jesus Christ, man.
That was a ride. That was an absolute ride. Well, all 15 guys. We won't have a spam of questions.
I hate you so much.
What? You know what? We came back, and that's all that matters, right?
No, you came back. I was still here. I was doing damage control.
Were you?
Yeah.
I like this teamwork. We're a dynamic duo.
I wouldn't say all that, man. I think I'm,
Somebody...
my shoulders are kind of hurt because I'm carrying this.
Somebody forgot to pay the electric bill. Did Zuko bite the power cable? No.
Nah, Yizzy got swatted.
I know. Go. Starling.
So essentially, I basically put down a $500 down deposit on the Snap station. Mm-hmm. Drove from Virginia to West Virginia to all the way to Ohio. Guy was pretty cool. He started it up, showed me everything was working. Then I pretty much just put it in my Subaru, drove it back same day, got it back. The drive back sucked.
You fit a Snap Nation in your Subaru? You drive a Subaru too?
An Outback, yeah.
Oh, I drive a Subaru. I knew there was a reason we teamed up. That's fate.
No, that's not the reason why. But yeah, I mean, yeah, people are saying I need to put up a sign up just because they don't know who I am.
They know who you are. This is episode 14. If they don't know who Shivam, I mean, I can do it, but it's gonna be like really wonky, for like 10 seconds.
No, we're not gonna make it wonky just for the stream to end again.
It's not gonna end. It's just gonna go to a different screen where I copy and paste something.
Bro, we don't know that because you screwed up this time around. Like, how do I know that you're not gonna screw up again?
Okay, trust me.
Issues now. Man, why you gotta do this?
Boom! Have faith, Shiv. Look.
I don't see anything. Pixar didn't happen.
Oops, that's a little too.
Now we don't even exist.
Yeah, we do.
No, we don't.
You gotta be patient, Shiv. On the fly.
Bro, I see my name moving around. Now it's big.
That's what she
Man,
said.
this guy.
Huh?
Amateur hour. Amateur hour.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
sorry.
back on because freaking Yizzy just screws up all the time.
I know.
Man,
it's
we can't let this happen again.
I'm getting a desktop soon. Okay.
In regards to my hair, guys, it's just really frizzy. It's the winter. You know, I have to, I work and then I get off work and then I don't want to, fix up my hair. So the only time I fix up my hair is if I'm going out or hanging out with people.
Oh my
and
gosh.
It's quarantine. So
you
it
just
don't
made
matter.
it a lot worse. I don't know what you did, but you like touched it and it was like boom.
Dude, it's so frizzy, man. I can't help it.
What the heck, dude? Stop touching it, dude. It's getting...
Bro, I look like Einstein, man.
I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah. I'm running off a laptop. I mean, it's a MacBook Pro, but I don't think it's made to stream for sure.
Yeah, you might be right about that.
Yeah. Okay, I need to ask the chat question. Is 25 megabits upload speed adequate for a proper stream? Because I'm wondering if it's the MacBook or if it's my internet. That's what I'm wondering. I've been thinking about that recently and doing a lot of research around it. I couldn't find an exact answer.
I just realized something.
No to the... It's like minimum. That's what I was thinking. I think I need at least 100, but Spectrum. I only have Spectrum, and then AT&T Fiber doesn't allow.
So Jordan Fringe pointed it out. Pokey tea time, and this is tea backwards.
Oh my gosh! Did you do that on purpose?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
But yeah, I think at this point that kind of concludes this.
Yeah. What about 35, guys? What about 35? Because that's
Jesus Christ, we gotta end the stream.
I know, but I'm getting very good information right now.
To pay these people.
What?
Yeah, pay them for their information, their knowledge.
But Dangerous does that, which leads us to we're gonna have a guest next week. But we're figuring that out right now, and I think y'all will like it. We're gonna add a lot of diversity to it.
Yeah.
75. Is 35 good though? I can upgrade it to 35 right now with Spectrum, 1 gig. But anyways, okay, yeah, we can end it. Sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna have a pretty cool guest next week. Yeah. If I'll be putting out a story, and Yizzy will as well. Probably after this, and we're gonna ask who do you guys want to see on our next Pokey Tea Time well, not next, in our future Pokey Tea Time podcast.
Yeah.
I do want to ask Pat Flynn if he wants to be part of the podcast one day. Just sort of get a little bit of insight in regards to the reason why he got into Pokemon and how is he finding information as someone who's relatively new to the community and to the space. So yeah, I'd love to sit down and talk shop with good old Mr. Flynn.
Yeah. I'm gonna dig deep and ask him a lot of tea questions. I love his story though. He gave out one of the funniest story on his live the other day. I was really intrigued. Let's tell a story. Let's end on a story, Shiv. Let's end on a story, like a personal story. A funny story do you have?
Man, I better laugh.
Okay, go. Let's end on a you give a story.
Bro, my hair's a joke, like come on.
Come on, give me a good story. Okay, give me a story from your last, your first date when you were a little Shivam. How did that go?
that didn't happen until college.
Okay. Yo, okay, I'll share mine. Dude, I dated. Okay, mine was. I think it was in high school. Well, I won't count. Yeah, it was in high school. It was like freshman year of high school.
What a player.
Gang. And it was like the lamest thing. Like, I think she broke up with me through a letter, dude. A straight up letter.
Hey, that's kind of respectful though, you know? Like it wasn't a text, you know? It
Yeah,
wasn't it.
yeah.
That's kind of like there was effort put into that.
But it was like my first relationship, and like we literally went on one date in like 2 months, and all we did was
Oh
talk.
God.
And like I would walk her to her class on like during each individual block break, and then she gave me a letter, and I was like, wow, I just got broken up with, and like we never talked again. And I actually talked to her like 2 weeks ago, like last month, 2 weeks ago, like during Christmas. She just said hey, and she wanted to catch up and stuff like that.
Ooh.
No,
That means
not in
this-
that way. She's like in Mexico.
Yeah.
She's in Mexico right now. She was Hispanic.
Hey, you got the sauce.
Yeah. Well, but she's cool.
Yeah,
She's cool. She's fun.
Pat, I'll definitely be shooting you a DM tonight.
Okay, but I'll come out with a better story. I've got a lot of stories. Okay, I'll share one more, guys. Never mind, I won't. I don't want to get exposed. I thought about it for a second. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't talk about that. Okay, so yeah, let's do our little outro.
All right.
Sips.
Sips up.
Deuces.
Deuces.